Hello out there. My name is Morgan Freeman, and today I'm going to be narrating a story on the internet for you. That story is called Tales Back in Diapers by Black Nightwing on DeviantArt. The title says it all. If you don't like it, then don't read it. Simple as that. Except it's not. You came here to listen to the angelic voice of Morgan Freeman. That is why you are here. At least, that's what I hope. Chapter 1. The Secret. So it all began one night when Tails' parents had to leave for a meeting that would take all night. So they decided to leave him with a babysitter until they got back. Now, Miles, I'd like you to meet your babysitter for the night, Amadeus told his son as the babysitter set down her bag. Hey kid, the name's Ebony Gale, and I'm gonna be your sitter for tonight, the red and black furred fox said, introducing herself. Mom, why can't I just stay home alone? Because you're too young to stay home alone, Miles, Rosemary answered in a sweet tone. But isn't 10 old enough? I'm not a baby anymore, you know, Miles began to pout. Well, when you get to be 12, then we'll consider it. But for now, you're still going to be watched by a babysitter. And besides, you're sounding like a big baby right now with that attitude, Amadeus remarked. Oh, and just to tell you beforehand, Rosemary leaned in closer to Ebony's ear. Miles still wets the bed, so he has to wear pull-ups to bed. Mom, don't tell her that, Tails yelled, blushing in embarrassment. Well, why not? I figured she would have to know in case she wondered why you had to wear pull-ups to bed. It's totally okay, Mrs. Prower. In fact, I was still wetting the bed at that age too, Ebony said, actually grinning. Well, I guess we'll leave you guys now. We'll be back late tomorrow morning, okay? Amadeus said, as they walked out the door. See you tomorrow then, Ebony waved as they left. So that just leaves the two of us. What do you want to do first, Miles? First off, don't call me Miles. Only my parents and relatives call me that. So just call me Tails. All right. Whatever you want then, Tails. You know, you can put down that other bag too. It's not like it'll be stolen or anything. Okay then. As she set down the bag, it made an odd crinkling noise. Ebony then picked up her other bag and headed for the bathroom. I'll be back in a little bit. Just sit tight. Tails became rather curious as to what was in the bag sitting on the floor. Just what could be in there that makes that kind of noise? Eventually, curiosity got the better of him, and he snuck over to the bag. I wonder if I should open it. He thought about it for a moment, and then decided to open the bag. What he found inside confused him. They looked just like the pull-ups he wore to bed, only they had more childish designs on them, and the sides had easy open sides that the pull-ups didn't have. He pulled one out and held it to his abdomen, and it was actually the same size as his pull-ups. What are you doing, kid? Ebony said from behind him, making him jump a bit. I was just, curious is all, Tails said nervously. That's okay, Tails. I totally understand that. So, what are these anyways? They're called diapers, you know. But I thought only babies wore diapers. So why are these the same size as my pull-ups? That's because those diapers are meant for older kids from ages 8 to 12 years old. So why do you have them with you? Well, the kid I was watching earlier is about the same age as you, but he was born with a defect that affected his bladder, so he has to wear diapers for the rest of his life. That must suck, being treated like a baby and all. I bet he gets picked on a lot in school. Actually, he's homeschooled, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Really, that must be pretty cool. Well, minus the whole having to wear and use diapers part. Oh no, he actually doesn't mind having to use them. In fact, he actually likes wearing them. He says that they're actually really comfortable. Well, I guess when I think about it, my pull-ups are actually pretty comfy to just sit around in, Tails admitted shyly. Well, you know something. Your parents have only been gone for half an hour, and it's only 4:30 p.m. So you could just lounge around for the rest of the day. Well, if you put it that way, then I'll go put on my pull-ups right now, Tails said, getting up quite excitedly, as he'd never worn his pull-ups in the broad daylight before. The idea actually kinda thrilled him. Oh, I think I have something a bit more relaxing than plain old pull-ups, Ebony said as she pulled out a diaper, baby powder, baby lotion, and a changing mat from the diaper bag. Wait, you mean I could wear a diaper for the rest of the day? Tails asked, with a little excitement. Well, well, what have we here now? I thought a certain someone didn't like the fact that he still had to wear just pull-ups. And now that same kid is all excited to be put back into a diaper, like a big baby. Well, I just say that to throw off my parents. The truth is that I actually wet the bed on purpose so I can stay in pull-ups. I originally wanted them to have to buy me diapers since I always wet through the pull-ups, but that was 3 years ago that they got the pull-ups. I even tried to sew my pull-ups, but I could never do it. Well, now that that's all out, how about we fulfill that little dream of yours? Ebony said, holding up the diaper. Tails ran excitedly over to Ebony and began to take his clothes off. After he was stripped down to just his socks and gloves, he lay down on the changing mat to receive his padded dream. Ebony then proceeded to untape the diaper, slip it under his bottom, spread lotion all over his crotch, powder him, and tape the diaper together. Well, how does that feel? It feels great. I mean, it feels so much better than a pull-up. But why did you have to put the lotion and powder on me? That's so you don't get diaper rash. I'm sure you'll be wanting to use that thing instead of running to the bathroom every time you have to pee. Yeah, but won't you have to change me every time that I use the diaper, though? Not exactly. These diapers can actually support about 5 full wettings before they have to be changed. So go ahead and let it rip. Wow, the idea of using diapers full time is sounding even better by the minute. And do you want to know a little secret? Ebony whispered. I actually wear and use diapers myself. You do? Tails said, shocked. Yeah, take a look for yourself, Ebony said, pulling down her pants, revealing a pink diaper with a little heart design on it. So what got you back into diapers? Back into them? I never got out of diapers because I was never potty trained. My brother is also still in diapers. The reason why our parents never potty trained us is due to the fact that our mother never had the time, and our father was always being abusive to both of us. So eventually, our mother took us away from there and to a friend's house a long ways away, which is where we still live. So the reason you were in the bathroom earlier was to change your diaper, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the reason. Speaking of going to the bathroom, I kinda have to, go, Tails said nervously. Then go. It's no big deal to wet your diaper. Just use it while you can. Actually, it's not just that. He began to blush. Oh, well then just relax, and you'll feel a lot better afterwards. Okay, I'll try then, Tails said, trying to relax. Ebony left the room to start cooking supper, so Tails could have some private time. It only took seconds before Tails heard the slight hissing sound of the pee collecting in the front of the diaper, but it took almost 15 minutes before Tails actually felt the back of his diaper fill up with the brown and smelly mess. Whew, I can smell that all the way in here, Tails, Ebony said, waving her hand in front of her face. Sorry about that. Should I get a change now? I think your diaper will hold at least... shit. Wait, that was right. Wow, holy shit. I think your diaper will at least hold out until after supper. What are we having anyways? Well, I hope chili dogs are okay, because that's the only thing I could make at the moment. That'll be just fine. The two sat down, ate supper, and watched movies for the rest of the night until Tails started to get tired. I'm getting kind of tired now, Tails said in between a long yawn. Well, it certainly does sound like it, but we should get you changed into a fresh diaper. I don't think you'd want to be sitting in a messy diaper all night, Ebony said, getting up and walking over to where she had put the changing mat. Yeah, you're right about that. Tails walked over to her and laid down on the mat to be changed. Boy, this really is a mess, Ebony said, untaping the diaper. No wonder it smelled so bad. Sorry about that, Tails said, slightly blushing. It's not your fault. You were just using your diaper like you were supposed to, Ebony said while she wiped his bottom clean and got out a new diaper. You're right, Tails said with a smile on his face. Ebony finished diapering him up and then sent him off to bed. If you need to be changed in the morning, then just call for me. Your parents won't be home until 11. All right then. Good night, Tails said sleepily as he waddled back to his room. And as he walked, Ebony couldn't get past the fact of how cute he looked, all diapered up. Even the way he walked with the diaper, making him waddle a bit, made him look cute, and she couldn't keep herself from smiling. Back in his room, Tails thought as he drifted off to sleep. I can't believe how nice she is. I'm glad that she's my babysitter. And with that, Tails closed his eyes and was fast asleep. Thank you all for listening to me, Morgan Freeman, narrate Chapter 1 of Tales Back in Diapers by Black Knight Wing.